Hello everybody, welcome to the John Show. My name is John, this is my show, and we are back in Starfield. Last time, we suffered a tragic loss as, thanks for cutting right in front of the camera, Sarah. We suffered a tragic loss as Sam Coe was killed by one of the Starborn. I kept calling him Spaceborn in the last one, sorry, no, Starborn. So, unfortunately, what that has left us with is an orphan situation here with Cora. So, I actually kind of thought Sarah. Okay, if we can just kind of step outside for a moment of the character of Duke Danger, I kind of knew what was coming up. I have not been metagaming, quote unquote. I have, the only thing that I kind of was setting up was I had been carrying some illegal things on me, purposely trying to get caught by the UC so that I could set up the Crimson Fleet missions. So everything else that we've been doing up until then has just kind of been like, oh, what's this mission? What's this mission? What's over here? Let's go check that out. Which is kind of why I think I have progressed so rapidly through the story. Now that, so jumping back again, I didn't think Sam was the one who was going to die. Okay, I knew that was coming up at that point. I've played this game almost all the way through once with my other character. So I knew that this point was coming, and I thought that Sarah was actually going to be the one that was going to be killed by the Starborn. So now that I have an orphan, I'm going to do one more little bit of metagaming now, and we are going to try to complete Sarah's personal quest line, because I don't want Cora to be, by herself. So we're going to do what we can for little Cora, because she's still suffering. Cora, are you okay?
I don't want you here. Leave!
See? Yeah, Cora's mad. Maybe she's mad at you for wearing her dad's clothes, you bitch.
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about.
Is it bad news?
Not at all. It's just a list of requests, but when you read between the lines, it's obvious my absence is causing issues.
Do you get these messages from Constellation often?
No, it's the first time. But the fact that they're reaching out, well, it's given me a lot to think about.
Do you feel like you're ignoring your responsibilities around here?
Something like that. It's difficult to explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department.
Ah, yes. Government cuts, red tape, all that stuff. It affects everybody.
Yeah, sure. Some more than others. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders.
Which war are you talking about?
Seriously? The Colony War, of course. You know, that little incident that caused the death of thousands of decent men and women as they squabbled over border disputes. That war.
Ah, yes, that war. Well, you guys were clearly fighting some pretty impossible odds.
Yeah? You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. Because of my lack of foresight, all I ended up with was a shattered division and a bunch of excuses.
That's bullshit, Sarah. Nobody would have pushed harder than you, come on.
That's just it, though. Did I push too hard? Did they shut us down because I wasn't quietly sitting at my desk approving meaningless memos? We'll never know.
At least, in my opinion, Constellation has been a great success.
Well, that brings us to this message now, doesn't it? Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced.
And you're afraid that Constellation will collapse if you're not around?
Yes, exactly. If it's obvious to you, imagine how obvious it is to someone like Barrett or Mateo. Oh, they must be itching to replace me by now. God damn it.
Don't worry, Sarah. We'll figure this out together.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn.
I give a damn.
Of course you do. I'm just not thinking straight right now. Phew, this has taken a lot out of me, so maybe we should just leave things right here. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Perfect. Okay, Cora, you sure you're all right?
I don't want you
Okay.
Leave.
We need to go speak to Keeper Aquilus at the Sanctum Universum. Mateo has gone ahead, so that's what's next for us there, Sarah. And you're actually looking pretty good in Sam's outfit. Them jeans. Why was Sam wearing those tight of jeans?
Look, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. The fact that you risked your life to save me, I don't know what to say.
You would have done the same for me.
Well, yes, of course. But that's beside the point. My only wish is that my rescue hadn't come at the expense of Sam's life. He was one of my closest colleagues. And a cherished friend. Oh, poor Cora. I'm sure the poor thing is devastated.
Yeah.
She's lost a wonderful father.
Look, this was completely out of your control. It was the Starborn. Sam was on the Eye, which is out in space, and we were down here. Don't worry about it.
I really wish I could believe that. Our charter at Constellation has always been to analyze the unknown, but rarely at the expense of our members' lives. Yet all the while, I've been cavalier about taking risks and pushing the boundaries, not appreciating the true cost of my actions. Had I not pushed so hard to pursue the Starborn, perhaps none of this would have happened at all and Sam would still be alive.
Rarely at the expense of our members' lives? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm actually trying to go along and get her happy so I can do her missions. You can't take responsibility for the Starborn's aggressions, Sarah.
Of course I can. Damn it! Why is this happening to us? We're explorers. Our curiosity pushes us to seek answers to life's mysteries. It's one of the core traits of humankind. Yet in return, this is what the universe throws at us. Beings from God knows where who are trying to murder us. Why? What have we done wrong?
Well, Sarah, maybe it's just bad luck.
No. I refuse to allow Sam's death to be attributed to bad luck. It isn't fair. The question is, where do we go from here? Do we stop exploring? Stop pushing the boundaries? Take a more aggressive posture towards the universe? I don't know where to begin.
Total universal domination, Sarah. That's the only thing we can really do is just take it all over. But that doesn't seem to be an option. So, actually, I guess we could say we continue moving forward and take out anything that stands in our way. No, Sarah, we keep doing exactly what we're doing because we never did anything wrong in the first place.
I suppose you're right. I just hope we don't make the same fatal mistake twice. Well, I suppose that's all I had on my mind for now. Oh, it was a relief to get all of that out in the open. I'm sorry I got so angry. But I assure you, it's nothing personal. You're the only one I feel comfortable talking with about these things.
Well, anytime you need to talk, I'm here, because I don't sleep.
Good. Because I expect this won't be the last time I intend to cry on your shoulder or scream in your face. Well, we have a long road ahead of us. I suppose it's high time we get back to work.
Sanctum Universum, and then we're gonna head off and do something else. We're gonna head over, again, bit of metagaming. After this, we're gonna go to Parima 2, or maybe back to the Parima system in general. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but one of those has Sarah's friend Aja living there. Well, Mateo said it was only like a block or two away. How big are these blocks out here? Jesus. Well, here is Mateo, it looks like. Hello, Mateo. Keeper Aquilus.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Ah, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds?
We came here to talk to you about unity.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Uh-oh. Is this where he's gonna dunk us in the FEV and we can become part of his unity? How do they have wind chimes going off inside? Sarah, do you want to sit? Okay, I'll sit.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
It all started with the discovery of these anomalies, these artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Okay, look, I know it's a stretch, but we hope maybe you can help us out?
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Okay, well then let's hear the story. I mean, there must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave.
So it sounds like I'm gonna have to speak to the House of Enlightenment and somebody from the House of Varun then? Like they're gonna have the other parts of whatever story you're trying to tell me?
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have.
So you want me to just go out and find some Varun zealots and ask them some questions about their Lord and Savior? Doesn't that seem a little dangerous?
Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the Well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, so I will go and talk to those other people at some point. Okay, I guess we'll go do this because we gotta pal around with Sarah for a little bit before we can do her mission.
Just look at it. It took years to get it looking just like this.
Whatever you say.
I know you think this is a joke of a job, but keeping the grounds immaculate, you can take pride in it.
Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at it.
These greens are the heart of the commercial district. And if it's clean, if it's thriving, so is New Atlantis.
I'm just here for the paycheck.
You'll come around. You'll see.
Nice. Always good to take pride in a job well done. Oh, Sarah, too slow. We'll catch you on the next one. Nice of you to finally catch up, Sarah. Okay, I think the well is over here, so we'll go talk to the House of Enlightenment first. And then I guess it's over to the jail to go speak to the Varun Zealot. Man, I hope they're not mad about the firefight we brought through there. Hello. Oh, wow. You guys also got trashed from the attack, I see. Hello.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Hi, Keeper Aquilus sent me. We need to talk to you about pilgrims.
We don't mean to be intrusive. Any information you could provide would be very useful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Well, let's hear it.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
So hippy dippy mumbo jumbo. I mean, maybe there's a hidden message in what he's saying.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Can you tell me anything about unity? Does that mean anything to you?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
All right, well, you've given me a lot to think about there. Thank you very much, Mr. Andy.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Sure, coordinate all your aides. Have a good day. Let's go, Sarah. So, Unity Pilgrims, the problem of one and the problem of two. God, this sounds like a bad episode of The Acolyte. The problem of one, the problem of two, the problem of many. Whoa. Wow, this person got folded. Terra Brew employee carrying a quantum-edged rip shank? What? What? Damn. Damn, Sarah. All right, let's go talk to this zealot over here in the jailhouse. You are not as nonchalant as you think you are.
New restaurant over by the embassy.
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend.
Okay. I still stand with NWA, so I don't care if he's your friend or not. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Sarah, good to see you. Listen, I smoothed over that incident between Matteo and Rosa at the Sanctum.
I'd hardly call it an incident, more of a debate, really. But I appreciate it just the same.
Not a problem. In the meantime, maybe you could tell him to take it down a notch.
Can do. Thanks again, Sergeant.
Is that it? Are you finished? You two done flirting with each other? Get a room. We need a
ship coming. Nice ride.
Thanks. It's I designed that myself. There, it's a Stroud Eklund original. It's the Kepler series. You should check it out. Hey, hey, Varun bitch. Oh, you bald-headed bitch. Hey, hey, hey.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
Look, I don't care about your schizophrenic hallucinations. We need to talk. Keeper Aquilus said something about about you being a part of the Varun faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Perhaps you should hear us out before you decide to cast judgment.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
I think you went a little overboard with the smoky eyeshadow, lady. Look, Keeper Aquilus is speaking about it like a pilgrim. I need to know more about the pilgrim. Do you know anything about this pilgrim?
Anything you could tell us would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
All right. And is there anything you can tell me about the meaning of the word unity? Does that ring any bells in your smooth brain there?
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
All right. I think I understand.
Then we are done. Leave me.
Okay, we will go back and speak to Keeper Aquilus, I guess. All right. Nope. Hello, Keeper.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Well, the Enlightened story used the word second and two. And the only reason why I know to point that out to you is because it's highlighted in my little conversation tab there, because I would not have pulled that out of the conversation.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
I did learn that this is probably the weakest bit of writing in any Bethesda game. This part right here, this is probably the worst. In a really good game, this is probably the cheapest, copyist, outest writing I've ever fucking come across. But I also spoke to the Varun Zealot, and she said that Jinan fought 4 times over 120 days. Numbers.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
And then, of course, you pointed out infinite addendum, and that's got to mean something like if we just arbitrarily take some of the letters out of it, we can make a planet out of it, right?
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system.
Could be.
But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
And it's how you look with that shower cap, you dumbass. Indum? That's the name of a star system.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Is this the part where you're asking for a donation to your church? I guess maybe there's something sacred out there trying to bring everybody together.
But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together.
Holy gravity.
Should that be sanctified?
Yes. Yes. Gravity is a miracle. Just like life itself and magnets. Nobody knows how magnets work.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
With all due respect, gravity is no miracle. There are solid scientific foundations for it to exist.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Sarah, gravity is a miracle. Nobody knows how it works. They don't know what gravity is, okay? You heathen. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm just emotional. Okay, well, we'll go to Indum 2 at 4 and 120 to find the Pilgrim's Rest. Set course to Indum 2.
Like touching down on a cloud. Your landing skills never cease to impress.
That's because I'm Duke Danger. All right, that's the direction we're headed. Let's take the car, Sarah.
I'll try not to be a backseat driver.
Yeah, I hate that.
I still don't understand how you can harness that type of power.
I don't either, Sarah. Because I'm fucking awesome, I guess. Pilgrim's Writings 1. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them. But I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope, for their sake, that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. Brother, don't I know it? I aren't crazy. If you have to leave yourself a note reminding yourself that you're not crazy, you're probably fucking crazy. Pilgrim's computer. If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? Ooh, I have not read your writings. I will be back once I've read all of them. I've only read the one, and I'm sure that there's more. Like here. Number 5, I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here, that road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of a compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There's something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Okay. Need to find more writings. Number 2. So here's the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Wow, kind of a jerk. I mean, but I get it. Like, I get it, because he wants to teach them how to do better and be better, but at the same time, they're fucking stupid. Pilgrim's Writings 4. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Okay. Pilgrim's Writings 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could. But if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it at all? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with the unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. Okay, yeah. I'm picking up what he's putting down. People suck. Okay, let's see if we can answer these questions. You return my question with a question. If I've read your writings, what is the burden of people? People are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? Ooh, in embracing compassion. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own ancestor a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Okay. Pilgrim's final writings. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here, in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Why is everybody so damn cryptic? Okay, so off on another wild goose chase to some place called Hyla 2.
And we have liftoff!
Ancient ruins find the scorpion's sting. It's showtime, folks. And if you get that reference, we can be friends. Oh, there is some wildlife out here. Holy shit. What the hell was that? A mammoth?
Is it weird that I still get nervous around you? We're literally best friends after all.
Nah, everybody feels that way around me. Wow, there's like dinosaurs on this planet. Okay. Yeah, brontosauruses and shit. Alright, here we go. Woo doggies! Oh!
Buckled up.
Oh shit! Oh, tissue infection! This is not good water. But we now know that the Rev 8 is waterproof! Whoa! Whoa, I'm dying! Oh shit. Seriously? This is why we don't do that. This is why we shouldn't just go off-roading over a hill on a random planet we ain't never been to. Come to find out that their water on this planet is sulfuric fucking acid. Okay, let's try that again, Sarah. We have to get to this island and not die this time. Alright, so how do they expect us to get over there? Whoa! Whoa! God damn it. Let's try that again. Shit. Okay, let's try going around this side. Okay, we're gonna have. Where'd you go, Sarah? Oh, there you are. We're gonna have to jump. We're gonna have to boost jump over this water. Let's try not to die, okay? Do I have any drugs that would help? Alien genetic material. We'll try one of those. Try one of those. All right.
Not too much now.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. All right. I didn't die. Sarah? Sarah, did you die? Sarah might be dead. Ooh, I need to do something about that cellulitis. Sarah may be dead. Okay. Find the scorpion sting. Are we cool? We cool? You guys, we're cool? We're all cool? We're all cool here? Sarah, would you go the long way? We're cool. We're cool, Sarah. They're cool. Don't attack them. So what, I'm just hitting this until it tells me I'm done? Yep, there we go. Go to the last star of the Scorpius constellation. We're still cool? We're still cool, you guys? Oh. Okay, we're still cool. All right. There's a large anomaly on Endem 4. Well, while we're here, we'll do that. And then we'll go fly off to the Unity. Oh, this must be this is a temple, that's right. So I get a power. Temple Theta. Oh great, hypothermia. And now for this dumb shit.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Sarah, watch out! Just fucking die already!
Come on! Oh, I'm hit! You okay?
That's right. Die, bitch, die. Any more? Anybody else want some? All right, Sarah, let's get the fuck out of here. Actually, wait, what did I get? Is this one I just got?
Ruins are incredible. We should have a talk when you have the time, of course.
Ooh, okay. What did you want to talk about, Sarah?
Got something for me? I have an important personal decision to make, but I need to discuss something with you first.
I will help you decide. I'm here to listen.
Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the colony war broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless.
Chief Navigator. Quite the accomplishment, Sarah.
Well, the position didn't last long. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12.
Damn.
Including my own.
Wow. Well, I mean, you survived. Shit. Why were you guys in Cassiopeia?
Economic reasons. Several of the worlds in the Cassiopeia system were mineral rich.
Ah,
Both
yes.
sides wanted to drop refinery outposts on the surface to bolster their supply.
Look, if this is too difficult, you don't have to continue.
No. This is important. I need to tell you this.
Okay.
The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight.
Yeah, I get that. I would have done the same.
I believe you. But you haven't heard the worst of this. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. The last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do.
Why weren't you with them?
It was my duty as acting captain to be the last person to leave the Dauntless. We had more than one escape shuttle available. So, I elected to wait until they were safe.
Wow, well, I'm sorry you had to go through all that.
You're sorry. For me, if I hadn't been so stubborn, so eager to prove that I could handle command, my crew would have had more time to escape.
I mean, like, I hate to sound heartless, but your crew knew what they were getting into when they signed on.
Yes. They expected to serve on the best ships with the best captains. The crew of the Dauntless had to settle for me. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial.
How did you get off the Dauntless?
After I checked every section of the ship for wounded crew, I took the other escape shuttle. If I hadn't, I would have died. The Dauntless came apart minutes after I escaped.
Well, at least you're still alive to honor their legacy.
That's true, but still, it doesn't erase the real issue here. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator Corps going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us.
Oh, you can't get rid of me that easy.
All this nonsense and you still have faith, eh? You really care about me, don't you?
Nothing can get in the way of our friendship, friend.
I feel exactly the same way. Phew. I didn't think that would be so draining. Thank you for being there, for listening to me when I needed it the most. I'll never forget this. I promise.
All right, we are getting closer and closer to being able to do Sarah's companion mission, which is what I really have been trying to do this whole time, Sarah. Like a glove. All right, now the Scorpion. Go to the last star of the Scorpius constellation. Okay, well, I guess we're going over here somewhere. So let's jump to Oberon Prime. Oh.
You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
So Keeper Aquilus sent me to find the true meaning of unity.
He did. Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself.
How many of you are there?
Constellation ship. You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
Alright, so who's this second Starborn guaranteeing my safety?
Let's just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet.
I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
Alright, I'll begin the docking procedures, but you know, one false move and my homies here will blow all of us out of the fucking sky.
Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
Alright, since I leveled up, let's take that level up now in Persuasion. They won't let me pull out my weapons. Wow.
Hello. Again.
We have come in peace, but I promise you, we will defend ourselves if you attack us again.
You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
You're damn right it's unwise.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
Look, you guys are just talking in circles. I came to learn about the Unity.
We both did. So why don't you stop the bickering and explain it to us?
Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
So, I gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought. Hiding my face was way easier.
This must be some kind of cruel trick.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the launch to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye, while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
So this Unity is where the artifacts are from and the temples?
They are all connected.
I need to see this for myself.
And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your launch because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
Keeper Aquilus? Now that just doesn't make any sense.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
So if I help one of you and we combine our artifacts, we'll enter the Unity together?
Bingo.
I don't know why you're even taking this hunter's help into consideration.
I want a truce. Between all three of us. I will give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine. Or the Hunter's.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Alright, Sam, what the hell's going on?
I'm sure you have more questions. Ask.
And then what happens when I enter the Unity?
It is not an easy experience to describe. But the Unity will speak to you. Offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us?
You might think the emissary is on your side, But your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth. The emissary and their kind only want to control you.
Why do you think the emissary is a hypocrite?
They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
So after the lodge, and you attacked us, why did you let me go?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore.
We will continue this conversation at a later date. Let's go, Sarah.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here. To open the way.
These Starborn sure like your "you must see for yourself" nonsense.
I do not always know if you are a person I should be helping. Forgive me. I have also found that advice is a poor substitute for experience. I ask you again. Go to Earth's moon. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Okay, is that it? Alright, we're out of here. Alright, so today we didn't get to do the metagaming that I wanted to do, but Sarah is finally coming around, and I think probably on the next episode we'll get to accomplish what I was actually intending to accomplish today. But instead, we did get another superpower. I can now shoot energy blasts from my hands. And we had a meeting with two of the Starborn. The emissary, who turns out is Sam from the multiverse, and Keeper Aquilus, also from the multiverse. And we have to make a decision whether or not we want to follow either one of them, or maybe, you know, forge our own path forward towards the Unity. But we will get into all of that next time. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're seeing. Remember, we're the little guy. Help us punch up. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the little bell down there and do all the little bell thingies. Share this with other people who you think might like my weird videos. And as always, thanks for watching The John Show. My name is John. This was my show. I appreciate you taking the time. You take care now.